Good morning, friends. I'm Chris from Worthington Home. It's bright and early, and Eric and I are on the hunt because there are two estate sales we want to check out. We'll see if we have time for one or if we have time for both, but I'm ready to go, so we're going to hit the road. Before we do, I'm going to tell you something that's going to make you very jealous. I have a chauffeur. You ready to meet him? There he is.
I'm the driver.
It's nice to be driven around like driving Miss Daisy, is it not?
Yes.
It's kind of a gray and overcast day, but that's okay. We're thrifting. Well, I can see that we're in the right place. We've got all of the necessary signage. I see the garage, and here is the house. Let's check it out. Right off the bat, I see this nice collection of Ansley china, $100 for all of these pieces. I really like the pig. Eric is checking out this huge lot of Star Wars figures for $400. A lot of these are Empire Strikes Back, and a lot of them are missing little accessory parts. All right, I'm in the kitchen and I'm going to apologize in advance. I'm going to be moving really fast here because it's a tight space and there's a lot of people. So if my camera's going fast, I am sorry about that. But check out this Portmeirion cheese cutter. This is a nice piece. I like that. And this teacup and saucer are pretty. This was made in England. We have some additional pieces over here on the counter. That's a cute little bird. There's no back stamp. I like this bowl. I like the yellow, very cheerful. Look, they have Portmeirion tiles. I've never seen that before. And we could go upstairs, but I think I might go around this corner first just in case there's anything here. It looks like just a jumble. Here's the living room. I love this fireplace. The hearth is so nice. Looking at these little jars. That one's missing a lid. This one says foreign. I haven't seen that before. Must be a foreign import, maybe from Japan. Oh, my camera's going blurry. There we go. This is a beautiful leather chair and ottoman, $75. This is a beautiful chest. This is only $40. Seems like a really good deal, and they're taking offers here. I like the barometer. I like the scrolled effect. $30 for this. Looks like an older guy. And we have a grandfather clock, $175 on that. And I really like this little side table, very cute, $35. Sorry, I'm moving so fast, friends. Please forgive me. Let's see what's in this secretary before I get more people in my shot. There's some pretty plates here, lots of singletons. Oh, that's such a cute one with the little cottage. Made in England, that's Evesham. No price on this. And put that back carefully so I don't break it. I want to see this handled plate with the beautiful flowers. That is a stunner, Royal Grafton, I believe, made in England. Again, no price. Now I am going upstairs. These stairs are very narrow and it's a very tight corridor. Little piece of wall art. The image is very dark. I like this wallpaper. Cute little prints there. Beautiful high boy. Let's see what they want for this. $250. It looks like it's pretty much in perfect condition. Of course, I'm not driving this guy home. Forget that. And we'll go into the bedroom. I checked out that wool brown blanket, just so you know, and there were holes in it, so I didn't pick it up. There's cute little side tables here, again with drawers, $50 each. These prices are very, very fair, in my opinion. There's a jumble of things on the bed. Too bad about that blanket. I really liked it, but I'm not picking up damaged stuff. Cute little table there. And this settee is really pretty. There's some very pretty things on this table. I like the Ansley clock, and this little plate is cute, made in England. I don't think I could get very much for such a tiny piece. And I'm just taking a quick walk through this very narrow closet. Doesn't seem like there's anything especially nice in here, just kind of a back storage area. I wish I could show you this house better. I am sorry. I'm back in the kitchen. We're about to leave, but look, Portmeirion curtains. I didn't know Portmeirion made fabric. I love these. All right, we are headed back to the car, but I just wanted to show you this house because I think it's such a cutie pie. And I especially like the stone chimney and that blue door with the brick steps. So cute. Well, we definitely earned the right for some coffee and maybe an omelet or something. I'm ready for it. Cheers. We love coming to this place after a successful thrifting experience, the Brownstone House Restaurant in Hamden, Connecticut. Eric and I had so much success at the estate sale today. Oh my gosh. You know, I had a feeling that this was going to be a good one. It was in Derby, Connecticut. I had seen the posting for it on Craigslist 2 days ago, I would say. And I liked the pictures and the description. It all looked really intriguing to me. But here was the main selling point for me. It had said that it's a one-day only estate sale and that everything must go. And I really read that accurately, as it turns out, as we are prepared to negotiate and wheel and deal. We want to move our stuff. So come here in good faith and you're going to get some treasures. And that's exactly what happened. They were really negotiable. Everybody was super nice. There was awesome stuff and I did really well. Now I will tell you the thing that broke my heart. It's my own fault. I'm willing to accept. There was a lot of Portmeirion showcased for this estate sale, including some dinner plates, which I love to pick up when I can. It's not easy to do. And I was really hoping to get my hands on those. So we arrived the minute the estate sale opened, but someone had already beaten me to it and already had all of the Portmeirion dinner plates on the hold table and was out of there in about half a second. I think it must have been a seller who had planned to just swoop in, grab them and go. And who can blame him or her? I mean, they were clearly a great thing to pick up. I think he only paid $40 or $50 for them. Oh, the pain of having missed that sale. That's okay. I regrouped. You have to regroup when you're in a estate sale. You got to move fast. You got to be flexible. So I said, you know what? I'm going to get what I can get. Fortunately, there was still some Portmeirion left over and I picked up what I could. So I found this really beautiful Portmeirion teapot, which I think is a beauty. Now I am very tempted to keep this because I have never had a Portmeirion teapot before, and this one has the nice old back stamp. This was made in England, and I love it. So we'll see if I keep it or I don't, but I think it's really fabulous. And then I also just picked up this like whole stack of Portmeirion stuff. Oh, and I want to make sure I point out to you, you would have seen it in the footage already, that this person who owned the estate had Portmeirion kitchen wall tiles and Portmeirion curtains in her kitchen. So in other words, she was my Portmeirion soulmate. Oh my gosh, she really had a nice little stash of it. I was incredibly impressed. But I did pick up a few dinner plates. I've got the dinner plates on the brain. A few napkins that are really beautiful. I picked up, and it's so funny, I grabbed this stuff, I didn't even look through it because I was moving so fast. You know, when you're in an estate sale, you cannot dilly-dally around. You've got to like move it, because if you don't pick up stuff, somebody else will. So I picked up this nice stash of Portmeirion cloth napkins, which I will probably also keep because I love Portmeirion so very much. And these are so fantastic. So this one is stained. So this one I might, I don't know, use for some other purpose, but I was excited. So there's a lot of them here. There's a nice big stack. And then I'm gonna keep this too. It's a Portmeirion apron. I have always wanted a Portmeirion apron. Look at this. Oh, it's so good. I have to put it on right now. Okay, we need a whole body frame shot of this. Hang on. Okay, here it is. It looks crazy with my sweater and everything, but it's so good. Sorry, friends, this is as much as a full body shot as I can manage right now with my tripod situation. But I love this. And you know, if you watch this channel, that I love to cook. Oh wait, that's somebody else. I don't love to cook, but I do love the idea of cooking and not actually cooking with a Portmeirion apron on. I love this so much. Yay. Okay, so we can all probably agree I've had a little too much coffee today. I'm like all hyped up, but I do love my finds. So sticking with the Portmeirion, I bought this fabulous Portmeirion vase. This is really a beauty. Here is the back stamp. This is not an old stamp, but this is made in Britain. So I think this is fabulous. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna sell this because I already have 2 Portmeirion vases. I think they're the same. I'll double check, and if they are, I will be parting with this one even though I think it's beautiful. And this one is really good. So check out the Portmeirion lamp. Yep. I got a Portmeirion lamp. You might remember if you watch my videos that I had seen 2 Portmeirion lamps very recently at an estate sale store place in Wallingford. And I didn't buy them because they were beautiful. I didn't love the shades. I did think they were fabulous. Who is at the door? I'll be right back. Okay, it was the postal worker. It was a different postal worker than usual, so I didn't recognize her. Anyway, I had found 2 Portmeirion lamps in Wallingford. They were expensive. I didn't love the shades, and I didn't have a place for them. I don't have a place for this one either, but it's fun just to have this in my possession. I love the shade on this one. I love the tassels. It's a great size. I love everything about it. Look at the butterfly and the bees. Oh, this is so good. So I don't know if I can find a little spot for this in the kitchen. I don't know if we can keep this safe from Iris the Destructor. There's a lot of things I don't know. Worst case scenario, I'll sell it, which will probably kill me, but it won't be the first time I died over selling something I love. But I was excited to find this. The price on this was $25, which was a great price, but I will tell you, I bundled. So for all of the things I'm about to show you, I have shown you so far and will continue to show you, I paid only $125, which I thought was an enormous bargain. I have a little bit more Portmeirion to show you, and then we'll move on to some other non-Portmeirion merchandise because I realize this is a lot of Portmeirion. It's something I so rarely come across in the wild that it's very exciting to have picked up so many pieces. So I got all of these fabulous placemats. They're in really nice condition. I so love these. I'm keeping these. It's a nice big stack of them. And this I just have to say again is so much fun because I just saw the Portmeirion design. I grabbed the pile. I didn't even really know what I was taking. I shoved it in my cart and I just kept going. Not my cart, my bags. Because when I go to estate sales or tag sales, I always bring my own shopping bags so that I can just kind of put stuff in them and keep going. You know, your arms can only hold so many things. If you've got some shopping bags, you can keep going. And that way you don't waste a lot of time going back and forth, trying to have your things held for you, or going back and forth to your car, which wastes critical time. You don't have it in estate sale because, again, everybody's jostling to get a hold of the good stuff. So you don't want too much time to go by. It is not a good thing. So the shopping bag tip is a good one. I'm almost through with my pile of textiles. This is a fabulous Portmeirion towel, little kitchen towel, which I'm gonna keep because you already know why. I got a Portmeirion tea cozy. Oh my gosh, this is so good. This guy's a little bit faded. I might end up selling this one, although actually I'm seeing the faintest little stain on that, so maybe not, but that's really cute. I also got this cat tea cozy because I just like cats and I like tea cozy. Don't care for tea, ironically. And then here's, oh my gosh, here's another Portmeirion tea cozy. So I might end up selling this one and possibly the other one. I will disclose that it's not pristine, only because I don't use a teapot. I don't care for tea. I am a hardcore coffee girl, always to remain so. I've talked so much about Portmeirion. I think it's only fair that we take a deeper dive into this amazing brand. In the 1950s, Susan Williams Ellis and her husband, Ewan Cooper Willis, began selling pottery in the gift shop in Portmeirion, a tourist village in North Wales which was created by Susan's father. Some of the pottery was designed specially for the Portmeirion shop by Susan, who was a freelance designer and illustrator. The pottery was manufactured and decorated by A.E. Gray & Company Limited, also known as Gray's Pottery, a small pottery business in Stoke-on-Trent. In the 1960s, the couple took over Gray's Pottery. You can still find items bearing the back stamp Gray's Pottery Portmeirion ware from this brief time period. About a year later, they purchased a second pottery company, Kirkham's Limited. The two businesses were combined at the Kirkham's Limited premises. This provided the couple with the capacity to design, manufacture, and decorate pottery. This is when Portmeirion Potteries Limited was born. In 1972, Susan created the Portmeirion Botanic Garden design using a variety of floral illustrations adapted from Thomas Green's Universal or Botanical Medical and Agricultural Dictionary, which was published in 1817. It was also inspired by the Chelsea Porcelain Factory's botanical designs from the 1750s. Susan's design and simple shapes resulted in a product that was both functional and beautiful. The pattern became an almost instant and enduring hit, with new designs being added over the years. Botanic Garden comes in a variety of forms, including plates, bowls, glassware, mugs, casserole dishes, giftware, and more. Portmeirion Botanic Garden is still made today and continues to be the highest selling pattern of Portmeirion Group, with ongoing sales of over £30 million annually. In 1988, Portmeirion was listed on the London Stock Exchange and was transferred to the alternative investment market in 2004. Since then, the Portmeirion Group has acquired several additional companies, including Spode, Wax Lyrical, Royal Worcester, Pimpernel, and Nambe. I tried to learn about when Portmeirion decided to manufacture some of its wares in Portugal and China. I could not find an answer to this question, and in fact, some online forums insisted that it's only made in Britain, which is absolutely not true. I personally own a handful of pieces that were made in China and Portugal. My best guess is that once Portmeirion became an investment company, it sought to increase profits and decrease costs, consequently outsourcing some of their products to China and Portugal. But that's just my educated guess. You can still buy Portmeirion Botanic Garden dinnerware directly from the Portmeirion company. They have an online store, and right now they seem to be running a sale. I inherited most of my set from my mother, but I've also picked up secondhand pieces at auctions, antique stores, estate sales, and similar. I sometimes see Portmeirion selling for good prices on Facebook Marketplace. It's also available on eBay and Etsy. I've sold some Portmeirion on my eBay store from time to time, but mostly I hoard it like a squirrel stashing away acorns for the winter. If you're looking for a new dinnerware set, I can't recommend Portmeirion Botanic Garden enough. It's beautiful but durable. You can put it in the dishwasher, microwave, and oven. It's possible to break it, but it's not easy to break it unless you own a Destructo cat like Iris, who has broken rather a lot of it. I especially like the effect of different botanical designs that are unified by the green leaf pattern around the rim. It gives the set a look that's both distinctive and collected, but also unified and intentional. Not an easy balance to achieve. Okay, lesson over. Let's return to the thrifted haul. I picked up two really pretty pictures. I like these a lot. They're similarly framed. So that's kind of what they look like side by side. This is a fabulous picture of Warwick Castle in England. I've never been to Warwick Castle, but it looks amazing. It looks so like moody and elegant. Love that. So this is really cute. The back stamp says that this is Castles of England, reproduction in color of views of various castles in England by Alum, Shepherd, Hovell, Bartlett, and Leitch. I don't know how to say that. Here's the back. There were only two of these. They didn't have any others in the series. This is Windsor Castle, which is amazing. So I thought that was really lovely. I picked both of these up. And I picked up, this is quite different. This is a little Staffordshire bowl. I loved the blue and white design on this and the swags. This needs a bit of a clean and that will really brighten it up. But I thought this was a beautiful, elegant piece. Here's the back stamp. It's kind of hard to read, or at least it's hard for me to read. But I thought this was a beautiful decorative bowl, and I thought this would look lovely as a decor piece absolutely anywhere in someone's home, so I grabbed it. I picked up two candle sconces. They're brass candle sconces with arms that swing. The only thing that's tricky is that sometimes the arms sort of pop out of the socket. But these are really, really interesting, and I think they would look beautiful on the wall. I'm not absolutely sure I have them the exact right way that they go, but I thought they were really, really beautiful. They're not exactly the same. They're very similar. The backing part is a little bit different. The actual arms themselves match. So I don't know if something is askew with that or not, but I thought they were really interesting. And I also bought, which I probably shouldn't have, again, you know, I was moving fast. I thought this little brass shovel was so interesting, but now I'm noticing the damage here, and there's a little bit of a bend right here in the corner. But what I liked was it has this elegant woman on it, and it says her name is Esmeralda. So I don't know if that's Esmeralda from the Hunchback of Notre Dame or a different Esmeralda altogether, but there was something about this that just appealed to me. So I picked it up. Eric generally tries to stop me before I impulsively buy everything that isn't nailed down because he likes to check the condition, which I'm terrible about. So thank God for Eric, but sometimes I'm faster than he is and I end up buying things that are not pristine. And then, you know, I feel dumb about that. What are you gonna do? I got this fantastic Pottery Barn throw blanket. This is so warm and cozy. It's in this gorgeous gray cable knit and it's fleece lined. This is a really, really beautiful blanket. I would keep this if it matched any room in my house, but it doesn't. Here is the Pottery Barn label on this. But it's really gorgeous. Let me show it to you a little better. So there, you can sort of see how stunning this is. There's no poles or anything on this that I could see. So I'm gonna keep this safe from naughty cats so it stays that way. I picked up these 2 pillows. These are velvet and down filled. So they're nice and squishy. Here's 1, here's 2. These were priced out to me at $15 for the 2, which was an awesome price. But again, the bundle at the end was so good that it ended up being less than that. So I love these. I'm gonna try these in my library, and if they don't work there, I'll be selling these, probably in my booth space. I'm running out of places to put things. And I bought these 2 pillows that I love. So these are exactly the same. They look like crewel work. They are gorgeous colors. So I'm gonna try these also, and we'll see how they do. And if they don't work in my library, I'll be selling these also probably in my booth space. So those were really fun finds. And I also really liked this rug, which Eric didn't love. It's made in India. Eric really likes, he likes Oriental rugs that are really like hand tied and made in the Middle East, and like that they're all like, he's got a whole set of criteria he uses for rugs of any kind. The only exception to that is the dining room rug, which is, I think Iris is breaking stuff. I'll be right back. Okay, Iris was having a little fit because she was out of crunchies in her bowl. They have wet food primarily, but they like to have crunchies in their bowl at all times for when they want to graze. And they don't eat a lot of the dry food, but they do like to have it around for like when they're hungry a little bit and in between like wet food meals. And we were out of it. So we ran out of it yesterday afternoon. I had ordered some on Amazon. I knew it was coming in today. She was very tired of waiting for it. She wanted me to be aware of that. So what she does when she really wants my attention is she starts to smack the cat food bowls around and makes a lot of noise until I come in and deal with her. She's not a dumb cat. She's not always a pleasant cat, but she's definitely not a dumb cat. Anyway, I was saying the only exception to the kinds of rugs that Eric likes in our house would be the dining room rug, which I picked out. He said it isn't gonna hold up well with all of the animals that we have. And don't tell him I said this, but he was right. It hasn't held up well at all. And it's gonna have to be replaced at some point, even though it was exorbitantly expensive. We have a different rug in Zach's room because it came out of my old house and he liked it and wanted to keep it. So I honored his request. And we have sisal rugs in the hallway on the 2nd floor, which works out just fine. So this rug does not meet the Eric test of approval, but I loved it. So I thought this could look pretty for right now, maybe in our foyer where we could use a rug. And if I decide not to keep this, I will certainly sell it. But I loved the colors on this and I loved the pattern on this. My mother would have loved this rug. I think it's gorgeous. Let me stand back so you can get a better look. Let's see, now I think you're seeing it a little better. You can hold it up this way, maybe that will help as well. It's nice and heavy, but it's got more of a cloth feel than a rug feel, if that makes sense. Here is the backing on it. Again, this is not Eric's cup of tea, but I thought it was really beautiful. So I picked this up and we'll see how we use it. And again, if it doesn't work here, I will be selling it. I bought this beautiful needlepoint picture. This is a cottage. It is so sweet. Oops, let me move my ring light so we don't get that glare. Isn't that so beautiful? There's so many tiny little stitches making up this beautiful piece. I thought this was really, really lovely. It's like a little English cottage garden. Here is the back. Just says the name of the framer. This was framed. Oh, this was framed in England, actually. Oh, that's so interesting. Okay, so maybe this is literally a little English cottage garden. It is so, so sweet. I was so excited to pick that up. And I also picked up this hunting scene, which I thought was really interesting. So this one is kind of on the large side. It's really kind of rough in the back, but I thought it made for some interesting wall art. And of course, I love things with a hunting theme, not because I'm a hunter, but just because I like the sense of tradition, the color, the horses, the dogs, all the things. I also want to show you these two beautiful tapestry pillows that I found. These are really nice. So here is one. You can see the rider on the horse. And again, there's some dogs. I do love dogs. It looks like there's a chateau there in the background. I think this is just lovely. Here's the back. It's got some like lint on the back. That's not dirt. This feels like velvet. It's got beautiful trim work. You see the cord all along the back. And this is a zipper enclosure, so you can get the insert out if you want to. And then here is the companion piece to this. So a bigger shot of a rider on a horse. There's a dog there in the background. Same kind of backing with the velvet, the cording, same. Hold them up together so you can see. There they are. I think these are really lovely, and I will be putting these on sale probably in my eBay store or my booth space. I'm not sure. Oh, and as usual, if you're watching this video and there's anything that you're interested in that I'm not planning to keep, feel free to contact me directly. If you don't see something listed, I'll be happy to get that up and running for you, or else we can just make a deal on our own. Okay, I just got the rest of everything out. So we are nearing the end, but this was just a big haul. What can I tell you? So I found this awesome lamp. I love the base of this lamp. That's really why I bought it. The shade is kind of discolored and beaten up. You can see there's discoloration right there. But I loved the base. That was what really appealed to me. I thought this was such a fabulous classic shape. This would look great in somebody's study or office, in a library. This would look great in a living room, in a den, in a bedroom. You cannot go wrong. This would look fabulous in a foyer. It's just an all-around gorgeous lamp. And with a new shade, there's nothing this little guy can't do. So I scooped it up. I thought it had such a nice look. Okay, I picked up this plate. I don't usually get singleton plates unless I think they're really special. This is Royal Grafton, made in England. This is the Malvern pattern. It's a handled plate, as you can see, and I thought the pattern on this was stunning. So I picked it up because where I would say one single plate doesn't necessarily stand alone, I do think a handled plate or like a cake plate is an exception to that. So I grabbed that. I thought this bowl was a beauty. Nice big mixing bowl. I love the colors on this. It matches our kitchen really well, actually. Here's the inside. This was made in England, grip stand, TG Green Limited, Church Gressley, made in England, 24-inch. So I thought that was a nice find. Let me tell you, the owner of this house had beautiful things. Eric found this beautiful little embroidered picture. Look at how stunning that is. Oh my gosh, that is so cheerful. It's like first signs of spring. That's what I'm calling this. The back is nothing special, but isn't that lovely? I thought that was so, so sweet. I just found a piece of Portmeirion I forgot to show you before. I picked up this cheese board with the slicer. This is a beauty. This one was made in England. Here is the printed back stamp on this. I thought that was really lovely. So I grabbed it. Oh, and one other Portmeirion piece. This really is the last one. This is it. This cute little clock. I thought that was really adorable. I think I probably will sell the clock because I think this is something that should land in the hands of somebody, again, who doesn't have naughty kitties. I mean, I could put a pound of museum putty down on this, I guess, but I don't know. I don't know if I should. Here's the back stamp Portmeirion, made in Britain. So I thought that was a cute little piece. It's really funny. I didn't see this piece when I was in the kitchen. It wasn't until we brought a bunch of things to our car that I noticed from the outside that there was some Portmeirion peeking out behind the curtain. And then when I came back inside, I moved the curtain and I found the clock and I bought the clock. So I was glad that it didn't hide too well for me. Okay, I bought 3 little blue and white pill boxes. These seem to be part of the same set. I love pill boxes. I think they are so sweet. I have quite a few of them myself, but I will probably sell these. They're not marked in any kind of special way in the back. And I usually don't pick up things that aren't marked in the back just because they're a little harder to sell. But I thought because of the blue and white pattern, this was classic enough to take a chance on. So it came home with me along with these 2 really pretty covered jars. I thought these were lovely. This one is Wedgwood and this one is Ansley. So 2 really pretty pieces. Okay, so the last thing I have to show you is a whole collection of items. They were listed for $100 for all of them. I made an offer of $50, thinking there was no point in offering $50 because they would never take it. But again, I was motivated by this whole concept that they wanted everything gone by the end of the day. They didn't miss a beat. They took the $50 and I was thrilled. So I paid $120 for everything I've shown you up to this point. This next piece was an additional $50. So I'm gonna bring you down to the table so I can show you all of this. Here is the beautiful collection of Ansley Pembroke pieces that were all set up together. And I do love this pattern. Look at this little pig, come on. That's adorable. I thought the vases were really beautiful. I liked how they were vases in different sizes and shapes. I love the bird detail in this design. That's my favorite part. We've got some open dishes. We've got some covered pots. We've got a tray. We've got some undisclosed substance in this little bowl. We've got all kinds of pretty pieces. We've got a picture frame that actually needs a little cleaning in the corner. But I thought this was a nice big collection of Ansley. I'm excited to be able to list this. My plan is to list all of these items singly on my eBay store. I decided the Portmeirion apron is gonna live here on a hook next to the kitchen cupboard because I think it's really pretty and I'm gonna enjoy that little bit of color. And if I look just across the way, I will see the rest of the Portmeirion. So I think this looks really pretty. I thought I would show you how nice the placemats look. They're a little crowded actually with the glasses on them. I think the glasses look better off them, but of course we don't want the glass sweating onto the wood. So I'm not sure what the story is there. I'll have to play around, but I think it looks really nice. I put the vase here for right now just to kind of show it off with some faux tulips. I think the overall effect with the Portmeirion napkins and the Portmeirion placemats is very, very pretty. I'll have to strive one day to be as fancy as that homeowner was and have some Portmeirion tiles and curtains made. That might be one Portmeirion step too far for poor Eric, but hey, a girl can dream, can she not? I think I'm gonna make a change to this top shelf so I can fit in the new teapot that Indy is way too close to. I wanna put this up here. So I think I'm gonna break up this grouping. Let's see how it goes. And there we are. So I moved 2 of the teacups over to make room for the teapot in the center, and I took the oil and vinegar out, and that is now up here. So I think that works, and I'm very excited to have my new teapot right where I can see it. It's a nice addition to my collection. I apologize that the light isn't better here, but I think we can probably all agree that these pillows are fabulous. I love them. I think they work beautifully on the sofa. Oh my gosh, I really love them. And I think that the red picks up the red in the rug really nicely. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think that looks so, so beautiful. I usually keep a blanket over the cushion because the dogs and cats love to sleep on the sofa, and I'm totally fine with that. It just keeps some of the hair down. Unfortunately, when I picked out this fabric, I didn't stop to think about the fact that this fabric would be perfect for hair threading through it. Definitely not a great fabric for a dog and cat owner, but I just didn't know better at the time. This is an old Margolis sofa that's been recovered 3 or 4 times. So it served us really well. It's surprisingly comfortable. And now it has gorgeous throw cushions that definitely bring out some color in this room. I'm really happy with this. What do you think? Do you like it? Or actually, wait, before you tell me if you like it, let me show you what it looked like before. So you have a proper before and after, or in this case, I guess you have an after and before, but you get the gist. This is what it looked like before. So sad, right? I just had these little cushions on the side that are the same color. I think I picked those up at Home Goods or something, but you know, I guess fine, but pretty bland. So let's look at the after one more time because yes, I am that obsessive. Hang on a second. Okay, there we are again. So yes, 10,000 times better, I would say. And I know the lighting, like I said, is not great right now, but you can see there is navy in the pillow. So that goes nicely with the sofa. And again, that red looks really nice with the rug. So I think that's awesome. I should do that whole like designer karate chop move on the top of those down-filled pillows. I'll get to that at some point, but for right now, yeah, these are definitely a keeper. I will maneuver these around until I'm happy with it, but the truth of the matter is the dogs and cats are gonna have their day and they'll make this sofa their own no matter what kind of pillows are on it. But I'm so happy with my purchase. Do you like them? Did you like the before better or do you like the after better? Let me know in the comments. Okay, that's it. Can you believe how much I bought? Wow, what a successful estate sale. I hadn't been to a good estate sale in a long time. I was so ready to just find some cool old stuff. I love what I found. Of course, I'm planning to keep far more of it than I should. This is a problem I always grapple with. But that's the good thing about being a reseller. You can live with things for a while, and then when you're done, you can pass them along to the next person who can enjoy them. Or if I find that I absolutely love them and they're making me smile, then I can just hang on to them. Either way, it's all good. So I have a lot of listing ahead of me, but that's good because it's really fun to have nice, interesting, high quality things on my store. And I love every single thing I picked up. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit like and please subscribe if you haven't already. Wherever you are and whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a great day. I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.